You're not going to be best friends with everybody. I got a question in my Q&A the other day about how to deal with toxic relationships at work. But this can be applied to everyday friendships and also with relationships with your significant other as well. Being in a toxic relationship really sucks. It literally sucks. It sucks the energy out of you and it drains you. And I've had a couple instances in my past where I used to work with a group of girls that were super cliquey and they'd make me feel really, really uncomfortable. And I remember going home and just like feeling really sad or just feeling super drained. And over the years, it really affects you. It's crazy because you would think, oh, I'm just working with these people. But if you think about it, you are working with people for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, and sometimes that could be like more time that you spend with your family. Other signs of a toxic relationship aren't just the mean girls at work. It could be your boss, or it could be that coworker that's always trying to one-up you, and that person that's always belittling you or talking down on you to the point where it makes you feel like you should quit. And I've definitely had that in the past where I felt like every single time I had a conversation with someone, then we would always butt heads. And it felt like even if I was asking the most simple question, then they would attack me or they would respond back in the most defensive way. But this doesn't just apply just relationships at work. You could be in a toxic relationship with friends if there's a friend that's taking advantage of you, or you feel like overall you're just not bringing out the best behaviors in each other. And I know that I'm not the most perfect friend, but I definitely try to be. Over the years, I've kind of been able to notice these signs of like toxic friendships. I've definitely had friends in the past who have used me and taken advantage of how nice I was. And over time, it was difficult because I felt like I was outputting more energy than I was getting back. Or I've had friends before where I felt like we were always competing with each other. If you have something that's really good that just happened to you and you feel like that person is always kind of upset or not really truly happy for you, and they're either saying snarky comments or giving you backhanded compliments, then it's not a healthy relationship. So this is my take on how I would deal with it. First thing I would do first is if you're feeling a certain way and it's really, really affecting you mentally, then I would pull the person aside that you have the issue with and I would be transparent with them and I would try to talk to them about it and let them know how you're feeling. You don't need to be all confrontational, you don't have to be like attacking, but just like say it in a place where you're calm and you kind of let them know how you're feeling. Sometimes they might not even know that they're making you feel this way. Like it could be completely unintentional and they have no idea. So it's good to kind of put that on their radar. Another time, they could also maybe have a reason as to why they're acting a certain way around you, but you would never know if you never talked to them about it. I think that open communication is so important, and that's something that I really try to stand by. I really try to do that in my life because I feel like there's no sense in trying to worry about it and think about it if you have no idea what they're gonna say about it. If, let's say you talk to the person and they continue to treat you badly and they continue to make you feel horrible, then I'd say the best thing you could do is create distance from yourself with that person, create boundaries. It's so important to create boundaries. I think over the years, I've realized that you don't have to be best friends with everybody, and that's okay. I remember I used to work with these group of girls that I felt really uncomfortable with, and I wanted to try to change myself so I could fit in with them a little bit more. And it's honestly just not worth it in the end because at the end, it's your life and you should do what makes you happy and stay true to yourself. As long as you're not hurting other people, then I think that the people that really matter in your life are going to stick around and they're going to be there for you no matter what you try to do. They're going to support you in the highs and in the lows, and other people's opinions about you should not affect how this person feels about you. And if it does affect someone's opinion about you, then it just shows that they weren't meant to be in your life and they weren't that great of a friend if they can be easily swayed by other people's opinions. I had been listening to a lot of podcasts and like motivational speakers, and something that I learned that really resonated with me is that it is not your job to try to convince people to see how amazing you are. It is not your job to convince people to like you or make you feel validated. If they don't see you and they don't like you for who you are, then it's their loss, you know? They're gonna be a phase in your life, and then you'll kind of move on and you'll find other people that attract your vibe and attract your energy. Everyone in this world is completely different, and that's kind of a good thing. You know, we're all different, we're all unique, but that also means that you're not going to vibe with everyone. And I think it just takes time to kind of accept it, because obviously everyone wants to be liked. But if you just like don't vibe with someone, then I think it's also okay to just like accept it. In the end, I think there's only a certain amount of people that you really have time for in your life. Everyone is so busy with their own lives that you can only really like cherish certain relationships, and you can only give so much time to certain friendships. So focus on the good friendships in your life and distance yourself from the ones that make you feel horrible. So that's my take on it, and this is just a reminder, if you need to hear it, that you're awesome, you rock, and don't try to change yourself for people that don't matter. Anyways, this was my talk for today. Hope this helped you out. If you needed to hear it as a reminder, I know talks like this help me out. If you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you have not yet. Thanks so much for sticking around, and I will see you guys next time.